Hello and good afternoon and welcome to a very windy Telford Street Park here in Inverness for the North of Scotland Cup final. Inverness Thistle against Clachnacuddin. Very much, of course, an Inverness derby. And Cali, the third Inverness team in the Highland League, having a little say in the process by providing the neutral venue today. Well, of course, it's a very historic occasion today because Clachnacuddin, virtually out of business less than 3 years ago when the liquidator was called in because they had severe financial problems. Here they are in the final of what could be a memorable occasion. Clach having won this North of Scotland trophy 20 times in their history, with Inverness Thistle 13 times winners of the North of Scotland Cup. It's been a rags to riches type of story for Clach, who less than 3 years ago were on the point of closure because of severe financial problems. But it was this semi-final victory over Inverness rivals Cali which saw them clinch their place in today's big game. Their 2-1 win in that semi eased them into this 104th North of Scotland Cup final, and they'll be carrying a huge support at Telford Street Park today. Thistle's 2-0 semi-final win over Nairn County was hardly unexpected, although in recent weeks their form's been rather lukewarm. They were the last team to beat Clach, however, and they look the more experienced side with a list of players which reads like a who's who of Highland League football. Top scorer Ian Polworth and striker-cum-defender Dave Milroy, who's scoring here, will be key men for Thistle today. But what do the managers think about today's final? First, Thistle's Henrik Maddy. Henrik, I suppose it would be fair to say that Thistle start out today as favourites, or do you see it that way?
Oh, I don't really see it that way. It's a cup final, it's a local derby, and the last two games that we've had with Clach have been very, very close and could have went either way. We were fortunate enough to win 1-0 each time, but it could have went either way.
Now, how about your team selection today? How is that shaped up for you?
Yeah, it's fine. It's very close to what maybe could have been our best team on the park. A couple of injuries have stopped us putting possibly our best on, but it's very good. Quite happy with it, yes.
All right, if I can turn to you, Peter, I think you would agree that it's been a rags to riches kind of story for Clach in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's been a great story for the Clach. We've had a hard time over the last few years, but now we've climbed back up, and this today is a reward for us, and we want to make as much of the occasion as we can. Are you surprised by your success this year? Not really. I mean, we have a lot of faith in the people who are here, off the park and on the park, and I think it's a lot of hard work and the right people that's made it possible. Now, we've spoken already about the Thistle lineup. How's your lineup going to look this afternoon? The lineup's fine. We've been playing the regular team the last 7 or 8 games. We've got Clayton Robertson back, a youngster from Perth, playing centre-half, and he's been a great part of our story this season. So we're delighted that he's back, and we're at full strength. Now, we know that previous meetings, gentlemen, between these teams have been extremely tight. Do you see it this way this afternoon, Henrik? Oh yes, I think it'll be very close again. It's a cup final, but it's a derby match as well, and derbies are always like that, and especially going by the last couple of games, I don't think there'll be a lot of goals. It'll be very close, very tight. Especially with Clach's very tight defence. Yes, they've got the best defensive record in the league this season, and if we get any chances, we've certainly got to put them away. Peter, finally, great defence. Can you score goals? Yes, we certainly can score goals. We've been scoring goals a bit more regular the last few games. Jimmy McPherson's been having a good streak. We just hope that it's going to be a good game for the supporters, and the two teams aren't too nervous and really give up a good show. Well, one man who knows more than most about Highland League football is sports journalist David Love, who will be joining me on commentary. He's convinced that Clach will be able to find the net today.
In the last few games, Jamie McPherson, the recent signing from Ross County, he's been banging in the goals. He's scored, I think, 12 goals in the last 15 games, and of course he scored both goals in the semi-final against Cali, so they do have a striker of note. But as you say, Frank, that Clach's defensive record is certainly their strong point, and it's going to be a test for Inverness Thistle this afternoon, because they've got two of probably the best strikers in the Highland League, Callum McLean, who they signed from Fort William for £11,000, and Ian Polworth, who they signed from Cali for £6,000. £100,000. So it's certainly going to be an interesting game.
So Thistle, would you say, have the edge in experience?
I would say so. As I say, that strike force, a very potent strike force, a very expensive strike force. And Clach's defence, they've brought in Clayton Robertson, who had a long spell with St Johnstone as a junior professional. He's come back in after a month out. He's training to join Tayside Fire Brigade. So it's going to be a very important match for him, but he doesn't suffer from nerves, and I think he's going to relish the occasion. It will be tight. Inverness Thistle start favourites because they've already beaten Clach twice this season, both occasions 1-0, so I hope we get more goals this afternoon.
Well, there's the Clach lineup and some experienced players in there. Graham Bennett, who will play number 4, and young Mark McCulloch, he's just 17 years of age. He'll play number 8. They'll be key players in the middle of the park. And their substitutes are Robbie Benson and Stuart Golobic. And there's the Inverness Thistle lineup. Jim Calder in goal will be a key player today. He's one of the most experienced keepers in the Highland League. Another few experienced players are people like Dave Milroy and Alan MacDonald, and young Steve Bremner in the middle of the park will be an important man today for Thistle. Their substitutes today are Martin Murphy and Tommy MacDonald. And so this North of Scotland Cup final for 1993 kicks off, and the ball is quickly out of play. Quite a nice crowd here this afternoon at Telford Street Park. The organisers were hoping for around 2,000 or 3,000. Perhaps they've got near enough that figure. The break's on then. It's Seaton with the ball on the wing, measures the cross to the far post, but a wee bit, and it's a clear off the line there. Well, that really was a difficult time for Inverness Thistle, with Robert Christie, I think it was, getting it off the line just at that final second. Let's have a look at that now.
Yes, well, Frank, it was a great deep cross from Johnny Seaton to Peter Hardy, who knocks it. It's a great knockback, and a flying back healer from Jamie McPherson, headed off the line by Robert Christie.
And again, a bit of uncertainty in that Thistle defence. You've got to say that Clach really have the bit between their teeth now. But here we go, down the left with the Thistle. Ian Polworth there. One of the leading strikers in the Highland League there, making heavy weather of that one down the left. There he is, the strong, kind of burly player, Ian Polworth. Doug Masson now with a good ball out to the fullback, Billy Wilson. Wilson looks for the number 8, Callum McLean. And Thistle now beginning to look a wee bit menacing. Doug Masson again being dispossessed, but now the break's on, and the ball just too fast there for the Thistle number 2. That's Billy Wilson, just a wee bit too much for him there to catch.
It's been an interesting opening 11 minutes, Frank. Clach have settled very, very quickly, and I would have expected some nerves from them being in their first cup final since their rescue, and Thistle are struggling to get to grips with them, and Thistle are extremely lucky still to be on level terms, I think, at the moment.
Derek Wright now, a good tackle there from John Seaton. Bell with the throw-in, a quick one down the line there, and the ball again taken out of play. Steve Bremner tackled, the throw-in on the left here. The boxer whipped across goal there. Polworth there in on the action. It's Ian Polworth, yes! A goal! Thistle have taken the lead right out of the blue. There he is. What a good goal there from Ian Polworth, and now we know why this man is rated as one of the most deadly strikers in the Highland League.
Yes, he was signed from Cali, the local rivals, the host today, and that was an attempted headed clearance from Clayton Robertson. It went as far as Stevie Bremner knocks into the box. Jed Douglas should have done better. Clayton Robertson can't get his feet to the ball, tries to tackle, misses it, and Polworth drills a great shot in at Graham Stewart's near post to put Inverness Thistle ahead. And I have to say, it's against the run of play, Frank.
McPherson now. Seaton with a cross and a dangerous one there. Clach still on the offensive, but the ball booted away, and Thistle try to cash in. A bit of interesting tactics there from the goalkeeper, Jim Calder. I think described David as the Bruce Grobbelaar of the Highland League.
Yes, indeed. I can recall one game, Frank, Inverness Thistle were well on top and they were thumping aside, and I had a look down the park to see what Jim Calder was doing, and he was sitting on the bar. Well, I wonder if he paid his admission money as a spectator.
Clach have won free kick now on the right, and that's the little winger Johnny Seaton with the kick. Good chance now for Clach to pull themselves back into this cup final. Well, a bit of pushing, I think, going on in there in the box from the number 5, Clayton Robertson. I can't remember the last time I've seen so many throw-ins.
Yes, the ball's more out of play than it is in play, Frank.
Polworth now for Thistle. Just holding up the play and winning the corner kick there. Corner kick then for Inverness Thistle with 12 minutes of this first half remaining. They lead by 1-0. It's the goal in 13 minutes by Ian Polworth.
Doug Masson with the corner deep to the far post. Clayton Robertson winning it and putting it clear.
Seaton now chasing it and winning it. Jimmy McPherson now looking for Fotheringham, but the ball well cleared there by Alan MacDonald.
That was a great piece of skill from Jamie McPherson. Outside of the boot, curled the ball round, but Jimmy Fotheringham couldn't get there, and Robert Christie made a timely tackle. Rather a strange Clach lineup this afternoon, Frank, because we're more used to seeing Johnny Seaton playing down the left flank with Jimmy Fotheringham on the right, Jamie McPherson playing through the middle. And I'm thinking that Clach are looking to get a wee bit more out of Peter Hardy, their big number 9 who plays down the left side of midfield, because when he gets going, he's a very powerful runner indeed, gets the byline and gets the ball across. But it doesn't seem to be working for Clach this afternoon. They switched briefly. Johnny Seaton went over to the left flank, and things started to happen again. But I think Clach are really going to have a look at their lineup at half-time.
Oh, there's the shot there from Gilbert Skinner it was, who really just about caught the Thistle defence completely flat-footed.
Yes, and Gilbert Skinner will be very, very pleased with this one, because this is definitely on his weaker foot, and it just shaves, it just goes past the post about a yard.
Fotheringham now for Clach, jinking his way inside, but the ball just cleared there. Mark McCulloch pushing through.
Yes, Mark McCulloch, very, very strong in the tackle, Frank. As I say, attracted the interest of Aberdeen last season while he was with Nairn County. Very great prospect. A couple of English lower division clubs are having a look at him at the moment.
Bennett now gathering the ball, winning the throw-in, and a quick one into the box here to McPherson. McPherson now finding space, trying the shot, and not a bad effort there by Jamie McPherson, the Clach front runner, who really just about caught the Inverness Thistle defence asleep there. Here it comes.
Yes, it's great skill from Jamie McPherson. Turns into the box, controls it with his right foot, and pulls it onto his stronger left peg, and that one was even closer than Gilbert Skinner's shot. Jim Calder just escorting the ball round the post, but yet another good chance, and Clach are certainly making the running in this cup final, and they're extremely unlucky to be a goal behind.
Well, the nod on there, and again the Inverness Thistle number 4, Christie, gets the ball away. The rain getting a wee bit heavier here now in Inverness, the clouds darkening over Telford Street Park. Well, this downpour giving us a little bit of camera problem here, clouding the lenses, but the ball whipped in, and a good header there from the Clach number 9. That was Peter Hardy there.
Yes, the ball going down the left, Jimmy Fotheringham launching the ball into the area, and from the 18-yard line Peter Hardy tries a diving header, but not enough power. Jim Calder smothers the ball quite comfortably.
Martin Bell then with the free kick for Inverness Thistle into the box there, but the ball scooped away by Clayton Robertson. And Peter Hardy, well, speculative ball again for Johnny Seaton. He's a little player who's done a lot of running in this first half, but has been very tightly marked all round. And a break now for Graham Bennett, a good chance, and again Clach will be kicking themselves for missing a clear-cut opportunity there.
Yes, this is about Clach's 5th golden opportunity. A top on from Jamie McPherson. Graham Bennett, now I would have expected him to take it on his left foot, but no, he took it on his right, and he was well off target.
I'm afraid neither team can get their passing game together, but here's Bremner now on the left looking for the break, holding it up and pushing it out to the left for Martin Bell. Again, the final pass just not there as Clach come away now. John Douglas, Fotheringham, and a good tackle there by Polwarth, back helping out his defensive mates. Good work there by Ian Polwarth.
Yes, it's not often you see Ian Polwarth in his own half, back helping his defence right on that byline there, but obviously Polwarth senses that half-time's approaching, and he's wanting to make sure that it's his goal that keeps Thistle ahead at the interval.
Always in the thick of the action there, but he's put in a tremendous amount of work for Clach in this first half. McPherson chips the ball forward looking for Peter Hardy. Can he get it over? A good cross there. Fotheringham's up, but he just didn't have the height. And so there we have the half-time whistle here in this North of Scotland Cup final. The teams go in rather wet and weary, with Inverness Thistle in the lead by 1-0. That goal coming in 13 minutes from Ian Polwarth. We'll be back after the break.
However you choose to cook it, make sure your pork comes from farms where traditional Scottish quality and care is assured. Look for the quality mark and insist on the peak of Scottish pork.
Thank you. You wanted us to put the rubbish out Thursday evening?
Nope.
But have to come very early on Friday morning.
Yep.
And you won't forget to let the cat out?
No.
Or the cleaning lady in?
Yep. No.
You will be all right, won't you, darling?
Probably.
Oi, come on, life's always better in the sun. How do they get their stories? Now all can be revealed. Someone called me up and said, I'm the one who squealed. Will bureaucrats in Brussels unify the nations and standardise your sausage to meet the regulations? In the sun! In the sun, in the sun! In the sun!
Over 4 million smokers worldwide have used Nicotinell, the 24-hour nicotine patch program that gradually weans you off your craving for cigarettes. If you're determined to give up, it needn't be hell with Nicotinell.
Well, it was my daughter's wedding day, but we won't be going to church. Her future spouse has chickened out. He's left her in the lurch. He's worried about buying a house. The home arranger at the Leeds is a home buyer's dream come true. Once you've found your ideal home, he does the work for you. He helps with every aspect. He has great home buying powers. He could get a valuation done with results in 24 hours. Thanks to the home arranger, the wedding's on, it seems. He'll sort out the house buying, and it doesn't cost a bean.
The Leeds Home Arranger. You find the home, we'll do the homework.
Jamie McPherson then gets this second half underway for Clach in the 1993 Queenslager North of Scotland Cup final. Clach trailing by 1-0. Goal scored for Inverness Thistle in the 13th minute of this final by Ian Polworth. Pushing the ball out to Callum McLean now, looking for his partner up there on the left, with the ball going out to play. Derek Wright there, unsuccessful in getting the ball over, but he's won a throw in over the far side. Wright, something of a specialist at the long throw into the box again, looking for his big front man, but again Clach get the ball in. Here's Martin McCullough. Poor ball there.
There's Gilbert Skinner, who once had trials with Leicester City as a teenager, and this is his second spell with Clach.
Masson now with a throw-in, only as far as the Clach defender, Gilbert Skinner. Skinner now for Clach, way up there in his deep in his own half, looking for Peter Hardy. Polworth gathers the ball. Polworth looking for the return, but Clach finding it really difficult to get that ball away. There's Bennett battling away there. And the flick in. Alan McDonald to Polworth. Polworth clear now, a good shot and a tremendous save there from the Clach goalkeeper, Graham Stewart. That really was a good chance, but a first-class save.
Yes, indeed, Frank. That's a great ball into Polworth. We think he's going to turn onto his right. He dummies Jimmy Anderson. He turns onto his left. Great power by Polworth and a great left foot shot and a fantastic save by Graham Stewart. Just managing to get a hand hit and turn it around the post.
Clach coming away now, Peter Hardy, and flicking the ball in, but a good clearance there by Dave Milroy. Well, what we have in the centre of the pitch is a Clach player down injured. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Looks like a head knock.
Yes, I think it's Johnny Seaton that took the head knock, Frank.
Well, I think, in fact, we're in for a substitution with number 14, I think, Stuart Golobec, lining up, and Seaton, in fact, that head knock perhaps taking a wee bit more out of them than we first thought. So Seaton is replaced in the Clach lineup by Golobec.
And I think we'll see a change in the Clach formation now, Frank, because Golobec is better known for playing down the left, so it'll be interesting to see how Clach line up.
So it's the free kick. Bennett high into the box, but well cleared there by Christie. Here's Golobec with the first touch he's had in this final. And again, Clach push forward. McPherson now looking for the right cross into the box, perhaps leaving it a wee bit late, but in goes Bennett and he tries to scoop it up. No force behind it though. A good chance again, going a big in there by Clach.
And that really should have been the equaliser. A great chip into the box from Jimmy McPherson. Grassa Bennett beats his marker Alan McDonald, and he really should have buried that one. Jim Calder, the easiest of tasks to catch that one.
Callum McLean, Thistle, wins the corner kick, and again this man Martin Bell comes up for the throw-in. There's McLean. Robertson gets it away. Clayton Robertson, 19 years of age, there he is. Slightly built defender. Derek Wright, long into the box, again looking for McLean, but whipped away and out of danger by Gilbert Skinner. There's Bell. And here's a very unusual and it's an interesting situation. It's a goal. Yes, it's been given a goal by Inverness Thistle's tall frontman Callum McLean. And what a disaster for Clachnacuddin.
Yeah. Yes, Frank. This is what you call soccer suicide. Clayton Robertson trying to usher the ball, tries to head it back. Graham Stewart dives over the ball, goes through his legs. Jim Anderson comes storming in to try and clear, but Callum McLean just forces the ball over the line and Jimmy Anderson into the back of the net for a second goal from Inverness Thistle, and an absolute disaster.
Bennett now forward to Fotheringham, but and here's the chip through by Clayton Robertson, looking for McCulloch. Skinner now. Again, that ball not being able to penetrate the very consistently good Thistle defence. Here's Hardy, down the left. Poor cross. And the ball is easily cleared. Well, Gilbert Skinner having very little success with these throw-ins down the left. Here he's forward to Fotheringham. Polworth. Doug Masson. And again, the return pass there to Callum McLean without success. 20 minutes of this second half gone in the North of Scotland Cup final. Inverness Thistle 2, Clachnacuddin 0. Bremner there with the header, Golobec. McLean winning the ball to right. And out for Bremner now. Bremner easing up on his run there and giving the big Clach defender Jimmy Anderson no problems. Long throw into the box. Anderson and Robertson together there. And now Clach come away, a little bit of shot pulling there as McPherson pushes it wide to Fotheringham. A great ball and a good move, and the return pass comes into this, and it's Golobec with a shot. A tremendous goal there from the Clach substitute, Stuart Golobec. Brings Clachnacuddin right back into the match. The time, 22 minutes.
Yes, Frank, it was a very well-worked goal. It came from a defensive situation, and we'll see it in the replay. Here the ball, great cross from Jimmy McPherson. Peter Hardy lays it off, and Golobec wraps a tremendous left foot drive high into the net, although Jim Calder gets a touch. And that's bound to give Clach a lift there, Frank. It's an important time for them to get a goal. And an inspired substitution maybe from the Clach management team, bringing on Golobec.
Well, this really will have fired the Clach players up now. The heads will be up after that disastrous sport of bother they had in losing the second goal. Stuart Golobec putting them back into this final. 2-1 then, Inverness Thistle lead, with 23 minutes of this final in the second half having been played. Well, cleared there, the danger cleared by Martin Bell as the Clach support here in this crowded Telford Street Park roar on their team. It's Mark McCulloch now with the throw. Polworth there being pushed off and bundled off the ball. Skinner. The chip inside looking for Bennett. And the danger there cleared.
Yes, indeed, Clach really piling on the pressure. Some great skill, a great wee chip into the box from Gilbert Skinner. That's Stuart Golobec, the goal scorer. The ball flew to the Clach number 4, Graham Bennett, captain for today, and he tried a bit of keepy-uppy in the box, but unfortunately he couldn't make the opening to find the net from 6 yards.
Thistle then with a throw. Up to the big man, Callum McLean, powering his way through there. The danger pushed on, and here's Peter Hardy. Hardy flicks it in looking for Fotheringham. Fotheringham now giving the Inverness Thistle all sorts of bother there as the ball is cleared for a corner kick. Now this is really what the Clach players have been looking for from their front men from the word go, and only now is it beginning to come right for them.
Yes, Frank, it's always looked as though Clach needed a goal to give them the self-belief that they could actually do something in this cup final, and that's exactly what's happened.
Graham Bennett now with a corner kick. Up they go, and the ball palmed clear by Jim Calder. Well, this game, this cup final, will be played to a finish here at Telford Street Park. The officials have told us that it will go to extra time in the event of a draw, and then sudden death penalty kicks should we still be in that situation at the end of extra time.
And dare I tempt fate, Frank, Jamie McPherson has a reputation of scoring last-minute goals. He scored last-minute winner against Cali in the semi-final to take Clach into the, that's Jamie there, to take Cali to take Clachnacuddin to the final, and he scored a last-minute equaliser against Rothes last week in the league match.
Golovic now forward, Milroy, Wilson, and there's Graham Bennett getting it down, looking for Fotheringham, but the ball only going out of play. Well, Inverness Thistle failing to string together too many passes in this cup final. That's right. Now then, what can he do with it? A long ball looking for MacDonald. Here's Polworth. Well policed there by Clayton Robertson. And he wins a throw in for Skinner. Well, 10 minutes of this North of Scotland Cup final remaining. Inverness Thistle 2, Clachnacuddin 1. And the ball being whipped in again, the box, without anybody posing any real danger to the Thistle defence. Clach now seem to have died away as far as their attacking flair is concerned, having scored that goal. But here's Peter Hardy looking for a solo run here. Hardy into the box, but the finish just wasn't there. And really, Jim Calder, although he's very angry at his defensive mates, didn't have any bother in collecting.
Yes, Frank, that's the hallmark of Peter Hardy's game, is powerful running into the box, and having left the defenders for dead, he really should have done a much better job than what he did. He really didn't get a hold of his shot, which was very easy for Jim Calder.
Anderson then down looking for Hardy. Fotheringham, McPherson, McCulloch makes the run into the box and he wins the ball. It's Mark McCulloch, a good shot there from the big midfield player, but again the ball just whipping past a few inches from the post.
Yes, and this is one of the reasons why McCulloch will become a very good Highland League player. Great outside of the foot pass from Jamie McPherson. Great strength, great commitment from McCulloch, and a fierce right foot shot which just went the wrong side of the post.
Bremner on to MacDonald, to right. Looking for Polworth now, but Robertson clearing up the danger for Clach. Bell, poor throw in there. There's Tommy MacDonald. McCulloch, Bremner, no danger there for the Clach keeper Stewart. Well, time running out for Clach here. Just under 8 minutes of this North of Scotland Cup final remaining. And they're trailing by that odd goal in 3.
Yes, I think it's going to require a superhuman effort from Clach now, Frank, to get anything out of this game. They have made the running, they've made the chances, but their normally so reliable defence has let them down this afternoon, and they're 2-1 down with, 7 minutes left of play.
Masson with the throw for Thistle. Tommy MacDonald into Masson, looking for support. He gets the ball across. Oh, and difficulty there for the Clach keeper. Well, that really was a difficult time there for the Clach keeper, Graham Stewart. All the danger coming there from big Doug Masson.
Yes, some great skill from Doug Masson. Gets the ball into the area, and Graham Stewart takes his eye off the ball, hits his chest. He tries to dive at Ian Polworth's feet. Tommy MacDonald tries to Doug Masson tries to whip the ball over, but he sends it past. But uncharacteristic bad handling.
Milroy forward. And young Stuart Golobeck there, I think, toiling a little bit in midfield to get the grips with the good job that is being done by the man who's marking him this afternoon, Alan MacDonald.
This could be Clach's last chance, Frank. Couple of minutes to go.
Skinner into the box, looking for anybody with a white shirt on. But away come Thistle. Perhaps looking for one final break. Here's McPherson with a chance. But Jim Calder, the goalkeeper, clearing the danger and I think taking a knock, a wee bit of a knock in the process. And this is Alan MacDonald, one of the longest serving players in the Thistle team, punting the ball way up into the corner just to waste a little bit of precious time there for Thistle, as time is running out indeed for the Clach team. Up goes MacDonald.
But that was great goalkeeping from Jim Calder, Frank. He was watching the game, he knew what was happening, saw Jamie McPherson peeling off, and it came storming out of his area to ensure that the score stays 2-1 for Thistle.
Well, Ian Polworth now with a chance, looking for Tommy MacDonald, but the chance wasted. A bit of fighting going on in there. Skinner. McPherson. Well, again, a poor first touch there. McPherson unable to control it well enough to put the Thistle defence under any pressure at all. Well, we're into the final minute of this McEwen's Lager North of Scotland Cup final. Inverness Thistle 2, Clachnacuddin 1.
I think we could have a couple of minutes of injury time, Frank, with those two head knocks that we had early in the second half.
Well, good goalkeeping again there by Calder. He read that one well. Here's McPherson. Is this the last chance for Clach? Golobeck now. Looking for Hardy, the ball drops for McCulloch, and Hardy's there. Yes! Peter Hardy plucks one right out of the blue as we come up to the 90th minute in this North of Scotland Cup final, and Clachnacuddin are very much back in the hunt. 2 goals each.
Yes, Frank, and that's the character that Clach have been showing all season. They've never say die attitude. And the replay comes up, and that's a far post cross. Great strength. Peter Hardy, Davy Milroy tries to clear it. Mark McCulloch tries a shot, it's blocked. Peter Hardy storms in and flicks the ball past Jim Calder to equalise in the final minute.
Well, we've reached a very interesting stage in this North of Scotland Cup final. We're just about to go into extra time, but meanwhile, we'll take a break.
Quartz lighting, 305 profile radios, microprocessor temperature control, double glazed windows, pneumatic door, 80 cubic feet of luggage space, and reclining seats. For 46. The new CityLink coach from Scotland to London 70 times a week.
We're just having coffee.
Well, we finally found a house, Mum, and it's all going ahead.
That's marvellous, dear.
Where's the man who once called me a capitalist homeowner getting his mortgage?
Very funny. Abbey National.
Oh, heavens, no, not them.
What? You've been an Abbey customer for years.
Precisely, they've been good to me. I've known the local branch. They might find out we're related.
Your son's a responsible adult now, don't forget.
Responsible for turning my hair grey. There are other mortgage lenders, you know.
So, Abbey, you've been voted the best overall lender for the last 2 years by these guys.
Girlies galore.
Hardly.
I think it's very sensible. A mortgage is a long-term thing, like having children.
It's not in the least like having children. When did our mortgage bash the car or throw up in next door's garden or flood the bathroom? When did our mortgage lose my passport?
Abbey National, the habit of a lifetime.
Take the wheel of the new Peugeot 405 with its unique ICD road handling system, and you know you've had this feeling before, a feeling of total control, and the confidence to handle whatever the world throws at you. Peugeot 405 with ICD. It takes your breath away.
Highland Football and Sport is the official monthly magazine of the Press and Journal Highland League, and it's on sale now at leading newsagents and Highland League clubs. It's packed full of player profiles, colour posters, news, views, great action photographs from around the grounds, special features plus Bill McAllister's notebook. It's all in the Highland Football and Sport. Make sure of your copy. Pittodrie Profile is the official monthly newspaper of Aberdeen Football Club, and it's on sale now at leading newsagents. It's full of features, player profiles, photographs, news from supporters clubs, postbag, inside view from the chair, youth league update. In fact, everything a Dons fan would want to know. It's all in Pittodrie Profile. Make sure of your copy.
Today, in many parts of Britain, burglary, car theft and assault are common occurrences.
Bloke in the pub now, all right, he's come out to get in his car, been jumped by 13 others and been beaten up quite severely.
Kids as young as 11 are often involved, but who is to blame? World in Action follows the police on Britain's toughest estates and speaks to the victims of crime and the children who persecute their own community. That's World in Action, Monday, 8:30.
And so Clach kick off for the first period of extra time in this highly dramatic North of Scotland Cup final. Peter Hardy pulling one back just on the whistle to keep the Clach team in the hunt. Thistle now on the attack. Tommy MacDonald. Now McCulloch. Here's Bennett. Well, Bennett bundled off the ball there and complaining about that, but the referee did give a free kick. Well, here's another dangerous moment for the Thistle defence. The ball bobbling about there as Jamie McPherson moved in on that. Fothering now for Clach. McCulloch, the ball across there, and I think Alan MacDonald penalised there. Foul on
young Stuart Golobeck, I think that was.
Golobeck, yes. And so the free kick now halfway in the Thistle half to, here it is, forward to Skinner, yes, oh! Well, I think that's been the name of the game as far as Clach have been concerned this afternoon. A superb chip into the box there, and Skinner had the opportunity.
Yes, Graham Bennett's floated free kick into the area. Graham Skinner, Robert Christie doesn't get his head to it, but Gilbert Skinner there, and how did he miss that?
Well, looking for somebody in that box, but it comes to Doug Masson, who I think was as surprised as the goalkeeper, Graham Stewart, with that shot.
Yes, it's a weak header here from Clayton Robertson. Doug Masson takes it on his knee and a volley, and I think that was going wide. Yes, it was, and Graham Stewart tips it past.
Right. Bennett back there blocking that cross. It's a corner kick now for Inverness Thistle. Right with the corner kick, and makes a bit of a muck up of that. Well, we're halfway through this first period of extra time in this cup final. Here's Derek Wright. McPherson to Benson. And there's McCulloch, a man who's done a pound of work here in this cup final. A lot of running, he's got himself into many good spaces and winning the throw in there, right up in the corner.
And again, a demonstration, Frank, of an old head on young shoulders there. Holding the ball up.
Bennett now. Fotheringham. The cross goes in. McPherson's there, and so too is Skinner. Oh, what a tremendous move and a tremendous goal there from Gilbert Skinner. 9 minutes into the first half of extra time, and Clach have taken the lead by 3-2.
Yes, it's a ball into the area. Jimmy Fotheringham. Jamie McPherson shows tremendous skill and awareness, knees it back to Gilbert Skinner, who wraps a tremendous left foot shot into the net.
We're halfway through the second period of extra time at Telford Street Park. Robertson, Bennett, the long ball out towards the number 8, Martin McCulloch. Mark McCulloch it is, not Martin, but he's a man who's played a big part in this Clach team this afternoon.
And that one did hit the corner flag, Frank.
Well, Peter Hardy there, I think, perhaps doing the right thing and trying a quick-fire shot, but that was going nowhere, was it? Except perhaps in the car park next door. Well, we have a chance near from McPherson and a great block by the Thistle keeper, but still they can't get this ball away. Bennett now.
Yes, that was a marvellous chance for Jamie McPherson to bury Inverness Thistle. But great goalkeeping from Jim Calder. And here we go, Jamie McPherson bursting into the box, tries to slip it past Calder, but it hits his legs. McPherson's still there. Billy Wilson knocks it past Calder, and he punches the ball clear away from Jamie McPherson.
Wilson now for Thistle. Up towards Tommy McDonald. Milroy and Bennett going for it. Oh, and that really was a... Oh, here we go for a chance now. It's Jamie McPherson. Could it be a solo run? It's a chance. And we're just not too far away from goal there, and it was just an opportunist moment there for Clach.
Yes, and it all stemmed from Peter Hardy's tackle on Dave Milroy. The ball broke free. Jamie McPherson again showing good strength, knocks it past Martin Bell and Robert Christie, powers his way into the box. The ball just too far wide for him to get it on target.
And here we are with the little winger Fotheringham now, looking for a chance. He puts it inside to Golovic. Golovic away on the right. He'll be looking to get this ball onto his left foot, I think, to get it across. But wins the throw-in instead.
Yes, and another young player there, Frank, showing what the veteran professionals would do in a situation like this. Take the ball to the corner flag and keep it there, keep possession. He wins the throw-in.
McCulloch now with the throw. Right into the box, looking for Bennett. Bell is there, so too is McDonald. But again, we have an infringement, and that really has been the story of this cup final. We haven't had too many fluent moves. We've had a lot of guts and determination and tenacity, and that really is what cup football is all about. Doug Masson is there So too is Robbie Benson and Polworth. Milroy up looking for something in attack. Four minutes left then in this cup final. We're in the second period of extra time with a scoreline of Inverness Thistle 2, Clachnacuddin 3. And you can hear the Clach fans singing. They really have come out in force this afternoon to support their team, a team which really has battled back bravely after a very difficult period in their long history. Bell now back to Christie, to Wilson, as Thistle look to build another move from the back. Out to his right, he's got Martin Murphy trying to drag the team out. But again, a poor cross by Billy Wilson. Now it's a break. Can McPherson do it? The block's there, and the ball breaks to McCulloch. McCulloch now, there's nobody in the goal, and it's there! Oh, what a tremendously beautiful goal from Mark McCulloch. And Clach are bang in front by 4 goals to 2. Great stuff.
Yes, and it's Jamie McPherson, rather fortuitous, blocks Calder's clearance, it rebounds to Mark McCulloch, way out to the right, he controls it with his thigh, and really he doesn't have an opportunity here. The ball's breaking away from goal, he doesn't want that to happen, he decides to have a go. Billy Wilson's on the line, but no, the power's there, the accuracy's there. It's 4-2.
McCulloch, and offside there, Jamie McPherson. Well, we haven't seen too many offside decisions this afternoon. And that's it. The final whistle goes, and it's a historic moment in the history of Inverness Clachnacuddin. Final score here in the North of Scotland Cup final: Inverness Thistle 2, Clachnacuddin 4. And there's the man who got that 4th goal, 18-year-old Mark McCulloch, a man who played a big part in this tremendous cup final. Many congratulations. Gilbert Skinner, you scored one of the goals. What did you think of that? It was a marvellous goal, wasn't it?
Well, just great. I'm not supposed to be up there, so it's nice to be there and shut the coaching side up for a while, you know, but I wasn't too sure what I was doing up there after getting the head knocked, but I'm not complaining, we're the winners, so all the best for ourselves.
Robbie Benson, you're the team captain. You came on as a substitute. It was a difficult time to come on.
That's right, a hard game. Jogs gave us a good run, but we knew we were as good as them, if not better. And we did it in a day for all the fun, so hopefully this is a start of a lot of trophies and more things to come for this club.
Well, a great moment in the history of Clach Football Club here in the Highland League. 4 goals to 2, marvellous finish, and I think a great reception for the players when they go inside. Thank you for joining us here at Telford Street Park. My thanks to David Love on commentary with me. Until next time, goodbye.
Cultivate hatred. It is your greatest asset. Force the public to hate you.
Here at home, create a tour that no one can turn up to.
Throw the group's name away and leave a question mark in its place. Create confusion. The Sex Pistols made sure they failed to turn up at certain venues.
Spreading false rumours wherever they could.
Come on, everybody!
You know, we encouraged all those kids to travel all over the country without them ever having the slightest chance of seeing the band play.
Who cares?
But above all, we prevented the press from determining whether the band could actually play. And from questioning their now growing stature. Well, Helen, remember, we were now a legend.
Come on, everybody!
Isn't that Peter? What's that?
I've got an important gig tonight. I want to be alone.
Step on it, Byron. We've got a plane to catch at Hindley Airport.
Why remain just a rock and roll star?
Malcolm, open up.
You don't just have a group that can't play. You also have 4 actors that can't act.
What do you mean I can't act?
Don't think in 10, think in hundreds and thousands of pounds.
Come out your closet.
We opened offices and bank accounts overseas. Our worldwide organisation. It was difficult to avoid the temptation of working with criminals engaged in embezzling huge sums of money from